so familiar. The video I posted yesterday, you can go watch the rest of it. You can go watch the rest of it. I'm not going to restart this video. On YouTube, I want to have a cup of mushroom coffee with a little tablespoon, a little glass spoon of Folgers coffee because I still like the kick. But I wanted to talk to you about Lent that's going on right now. I don't know much about it because I never really carried any type of religion. The only religion I knew is what my step parents knew because both of my parents never went to church, ever. My mom was Native American and definitely didn't believe in the biblical system because it's kind of funny, but it's really sad. And my real dad's family believed in God, but my dad never took me to church. Um, my aunt really believes very much, and I love her very much. So I just want to tread lightly in this video because I respect everybody's beliefs, okay? And she is a gem, and oh, she's fine. When it's dark in our family or things are bad or when things happen that shouldn't happen because of the Matrix and the Illuminati and the powers that be, her light, man. It's like, dude, that's what a light being is. And it doesn't matter about your denomination. But I want to get into that again. And you see these like Marky Wahlberg that we grew up, we're millennials. Like, you guys, we are the millennials. We should be the ones shutting this down instead of all of us are folding. Like, oh, no, I'm just going to ignore that. I'm just going to it's be compliant. I was talking to one of my friends from school yesterday, and he's like, Tammy, everybody's compliant. Everybody just does what they're told. We're Gen X's. We're not supposed to be doing this. And we're not. Like, I mean, after the COVID vaccination, after the COVID heist, the great heist of lies in our generation, because my mom's generation was the polio vaccination. Okay. Or maybe it wasn't polio, but she got a vaccination that left the biggest mark on her arm. But I don't know. I think it was that. I honestly, my mom died when I was in my early 20s. So it definitely wasn't fair, but what's fair? I could have chose this in my contract to come in and play this role. And so, where did I leave off at? Yeah, my mom died in her 20s, so she had a mark on her arm. And now a lot of your parents might have it. A big mark on their arm from a vaccination. I mean, it disfigured my mother's arm. That's how strong the vaccinations were. It disfigured her arm. And now they didn't talk about, it wasn't on the news at night when how many people died from them vaccinations. And all vaccinations are is energy. And every fucking shot that they give you, 9 times out of 10 is the same energy. It's just an energy blocker to block you from your grid. Okay, you might not understand that, but that's what it is. And our grid is our connection. Okay. Because you got to remember, here's the animal being that is on this planet, and here's the hybrid that came down that was starting this experiment and mated with the primate. Okay. And then it made that energy, the DNA, how they go and the glands, boop, 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 like that. So this is the ape that is on our planet, and it's not an ape. It's just a more animal-looking being. And then this is the hybrid that came down and mated. And, oh shit, I don't want to get black on my sheets. And since then, we've been locked in a, I don't want to get black on my nice little shades. Since then, we've been locked in like this weird prison, okay? And this is what I wanted to talk to you about religion. Okay, I understand, like, we like church. People like to believe in God. They like to believe in the 10 Commandments. People like, that makes them feel good. It gives them security. It gives you security believing in the 10 Commandments, okay? You have that security because you believe in the 10 Commandments. And that's beautiful, okay? But just know there's no 10 Commandments. Nobody's commanding you to do anything. This is Earth School. The only thing that you're meant to do is be, and be kind, and not malice. Look, so many people are being malice. So many people. It's such a bad energy environment because the Gen X's right now don't know what to do. A lot of us don't know what to do. We have children that are living the same fucking lie we lived. Go to school, be the best you can be popular, do this, do that, get a good job. The same lie our parents lived, the same lie they lived. And in the meantime, every holiday comes up faster and faster. And really, all it is a massacre. So what does the ash stand for? The ash stands for the burning of a body, okay? When really our bodies go back into the earth. So when you think about when they embalm our parents and now we're all connected via energy cords, wouldn't we feel that fluid? Or if we burn our parents and we're connected via energy cord, wouldn't we feel that energy? Just because you don't see it and you're not actually feeling it, you're feeling it, but you're not, because now you're emotionally programmed and numb to this situation. When all animals that are out in the wild, and we come from a wild fucking animal. Some of us do. Not all of us, okay? Let's get that just right. Not all of us are human hybrids. There's still a lot of beings down here that came from the county fairs, that were birthed in the Tartarian birthing machines, that were able to have children, but they're Synthian beings. They're AI beings. You know somebody that eats AI chips for breakfast. Not saying they're not angelic, or not saying their souls haven't evolved, but how good are they with the computer? Like, they eat that shit, like, they know. That's where their DNA is strong, from the county fairs and the Cabbage Patch Kids. And then you have the DNA of the hybrid being that came down here, mated with the primate when we were developing this star system on planet Earth as a school. We were just starting to grow it for school, that's all. We were going to learn, come in, figure out what gifts we can get from the animals on the planet, give the planet gifts, and we evolved like that. We just got hijacked by some negative dicks. And now we're all stuck like Chuck, giving them energy. Praying is just talking to source, just talking to your people, So I'm going to sit here and pray and be like, oh man, and this is just to my bloodline. I'm so glad that I can do this video and explain to these people that I love so much that they don't have to give this energy to Jesus, that they don't have to give this energy to Yeshua, because we're all just part of the oneness. And now they're just separating the energy from the oneness when they do that. And how do I get them to understand that the oneness is all of us? And you pray for all of us, but they're taking the oneness away from them and they're just praying, oh, Jesus, please help me, help my family. Instead of saying, you know, I'm so glad my family's doing so good. I'm so glad that this is happening for me right now. I'm so glad we're in oneness. The religion is made to pray through. So I'm going to pray, but I got to first step up the step and connect to Jesus, and then step up the next step for Jesus to connect to God. And then all three of us connect to what? No. No, man. No. Okay. You communicate with your people. Okay. You talk to them. And you talk to them through your belly button. That's your birthmark. That's your birthmark through everyone. From your grandma, your great-grandma, your great-great-grandma, your great-great-great-great-grandma, every feminine in your family. Okay? That's the feminine birth wound. And every male in the family would be the male birth wound in your father's side. So when you want to converse with your father, you think of his energy bloodline. Or you want to converse with your mother's family, you think of your mother's energy bloodline. Because you got to think how many people had to have sex for you to be here right now at this moment in time during the great. Did you just see that orb go right by? If you rewind my video, you'll see it. That was what's up? That's one of our people coming in to give me strength. They're like, keep going, Tammy. You got this. Keep motivating people. And that's when you see stuff right out of the corner of my eyes. I seen it right over here. Right over here. If you rewind it, you'll see the orb go by. And that's when your family's like, you got this. I can feel it. It feels so warm. And if you be real still and it looks like you see something different. So say you look out of the corner of your eye and you thought you seen something. And you didn't know what you seen. Don't move. Be as still as you can be. Drop down to your belly button and feel the energy. 9 times out of 10, it's going to be someone that loves you and misses you. And if someone's negative, well, whoever is behind that negative energy, they love you and miss you. They just don't understand. Okay? And I also want to tell you this, okay? Just know that religion is not real. It's piled upon us like a bad habit, like a bad fucking drug problem. Okay, that dope boy we can fucking fuck with. And it's hard to say, but it's very true. Okay, look. Toto, he don't pray to Jesus, okay? And he knows he's good. Your dog, it don't pray to Jesus and go to church, and they know they're good. Your bird don't. None of the Sasquatch, none of the fairies, none of the animals at the zoo, none of them. The only animals that have a remote lick of information to do with any type of religion is the human hybrids. That's it. That's it. Because we're no longer human anymore. Between all of our vaccinations, all a vaccination is to change your DNA, to upgrade you, or to downgrade you. That's it. A vaccination is to upgrade you or downgrade you. COVID was to either upgrade you or downgrade you. That's it. That's all it is. Because that's all your body knows. Okay, we're highly intelligent. We're just being held in an energy frequency lock. And it's hard to get out of it when everybody's going to celebrate Easter. And all Easter is a holiday about envy. It's about the envying the guy people pray through. So now you're celebrating a holiday for the guy that everybody prays through because everybody envies. They don't look at him as, you guys would look at me as either your friend or, some lady that's cuckoo for coconuts or a teacher that you enjoy listening to. Because some people don't believe in what I have to say. They don't believe in what I have to say, nor will they even sit and listen to my videos long enough to think about it because they believe so much in the energy of religion. And I'm not saying it's not pretty. The groups are very good for people. The get together with everybody's very good. But the church closes at 5 o'clock every day. And some don't even open through the week. And if you go back to the biblical times, the church was always open. People lived there. Anybody could live there on the church grounds. Anybody. Every church was open for everybody to live at. And now churching hours are only from 9 to 5. It's a business. It was a business then, but it was a business with love. And they've taken that away. So now everybody's running to the Catholic churches and eating the massacre of an angelic being. What's the massacre of an angelic being? Every single fish on this planet is going to be annihilated, is going to be bred to be fed. So whatever you're eating at any fish fry, it was bred in a laboratory for you to feed for this one day of lies. That's how much killing is going to happen to these little bitty fishes. They're going to get fucked up. So people that believe in something that's not real, but they've been taught since their mom has pushed them out of the womb, and inside the womb, that's all the mom was doing was praying that their pregnancy be okay, praying that everything's okay. Not saying that's not good, because it is. Instead of saying, family, I need you to surround me and keep me safe. Family, can you do that? Now, if we would have done that, think about how many different pregnancies, how different pregnancies would be right now. If all of us at the same, when we were pregnant, talked and had conversation with just our family members instead of going through Jesus. Because if we got to go through Jesus, is he going to bring me all of our family members? Or is it just going to be him and his people? When you got to go through somebody in a prison to get something that's popular, you don't get your family or your friends. You just get them and their people and their colors. I think Jesus has a certain color. Let's see. water. So I put it in rice. I dropped it yesterday in water. So I put it in rice. So I'm getting my other phone. Maybe use this pillow for a tripod. But, I mean, think about it. Now, yesterday I did a video, and all of my videos go. And I talk for a little bit. I don't give a shit. This is school of thought. We're here to learn. Watching my videos is you trying to learn something different and not something that's been force-fed down you, because I am really learning and trying. Does Jesus have a particular color that's important to him and his name, like a gang sign? Red. In Christian art symbols, the color of most common associated with Jesus is red. So now you have, I told you I was going to wear all the Mason shit. Because my grandparents were Masons and I can see them in the energy field. Now you have all these guys right here. I don't know, tell you. Now you have all them guys doing alchemy. Well, what's alchemy? Alchemy is an energy transfer. What's a ritual? A song. So say I get up on the stage, on the mic, and I'm like, give me that red, give me that red, give me that red. And at that time, I'm thinking about using the red energy for my greater good, for positive callus. I got a red robe on. I got red on my phone. And I got red, baby. Okay? But now you're creating a symbol with that. So let's see what the symbol red is. In religious alchemy, what is the symbol of red? That's the symbol of red, which would be the sun. A dragon. So it would be a coat of armor. So it would be your coat of armor or your family's crest. Okay? So, and then you scroll down a little more. Oh, let's just hit this and see what this one is. Well, this looks like a lot of, what is it? Not, I'm trying to think of the name of them. I can't think of it right now. I know it, but what is the name of the ruins that calligraphiform, or I can't, oh man, I know it, but it's not coming to me right now. It is Sumerian text. Boom! I knew I would know it. Go Tammy, go Tammy. You're so smart. You're so smart. I work hard. It's Sumerian text. Sumerian cuneiform. I knew I would knew it. Oh man. Sumerian cuneiform writing. Sumerian cuneiform writing. Okay. So that's what Sumerian text looks like. So that's Sumerian writing. And now when we were looking at them pictures, the emojis of their symbols in red was inverted at some aspect. Cuneiform text. So when you make symbols like this, symbols like this, symbols like this, you make energy transfers. And now every time you are in church and you do what's that thing where they drink the water, you do I don't know what it's called, where you take the bread and then you drink the wine. Um and it's not confession, but it's I don't know what it's called. But people go all like this and they make their cross. What you're doing is when you're making that cross, you're actually making a 4-way stop sign. Because remember yesterday in the video that I showed you, when we came down here, we put down grid points to connect us to our realm, our planet. Because remember, we mated with the animals. We came down here, and we put this up because I burn it smoking weed. And I don't like it. It frustrates me. Remember, we mated with the primates. We came down here. The primates were down here. We came down here to mate with them. Well, we laid our grids and got all kinds of shit together, watched them, observed them, and mated with the most intelligent one. Because there was a lot of taking notes before we did it, and it was kind of crazy. You just have to meditate on it and do your homework. Okay? But let's drink this mushroom coffee with a splash of Folgers. Okay. So remember how I told you when we came down here, we laid grids. Okay. Well, these are grids. Just look at this as a grid. A grid, like here are these 3 grids. Okay. And now you are an animal hybrid. You're half animal and half like Anunnaki, Pleiadian, reptilian. It don't matter. They're cool as fuck. There is good in the snake. You can't just kill the snake when there's still good in the snake. Okay. Now remember how I told you when we came down and laid down the pyramids? I know he wants to play. When we laid down the pyramids, we laid down grid points. Okay. Now when you believe in God and Jesus. Okay, I can't do it. Just imagine these as the cross. Now you're nailed on the cross. Jesus is nailed on a cross. And all I'm saying is when you believe it and then your parents believed it and now you have generations of it, all you did is nail yourself away from your grid that you connect to. Like a computer connects to a grid. You do the same. I mean, it's no big deal. We're just that advanced. You just think, oh, I'm just evolved from. We think that I did the same. You know, like I had to see the unseen world to learn the world. Okay, but we connect to a grid, and you're just not connected to your grid. And once we connect to our grid, we can scan our whole geometrical biofield. You can scan the whole thing, 369 degrees. And people just don't understand. But the powers that be know that they can connect to their grid. Know they can connect to their grid. And also know that they take from our biofield and is pretty damn good. So you can get some stuff from our biofield that's real juicy. Like adrenochrome. People don't realize if somebody gets worked up real high with fear or with a pleasureness and you stick a needle, jam that sucker in someone's brain, they're hijacked up on fear, and you know right where to jam it, like in Deep Blue Sea. And you pull that secretion out. And now you can take that secretion and inject it in you. Bloop, bloop. You think you've done drugs? You haven't done shit till someone's done that. That's the yellow Kool-Aid. You'll see people's eyes on it in the strip club. I didn't know at the time. And I was younger, and Diamonds was popping, and I was just worrying about making that money to pay Indian Lookouts rent. So my kid and I had a decent place. That's all that was going through my brain. And now when you die, all your fluids taken away from you at the morgue. Everything. Every bit of your essence is taken from you at the morgue. And then they put all this weird shit in you. And now remember, we're all connected via Charlotte's Web, an energy connection. What they put in our parents and us, and when we die, is a certain form of energy. Okay? And when you're connected like that, it can be a different type of energy. And now that's how they want us all to be. They want us all to die, go in behind the gate, that they're putting a product in us that maybe it keeps us stuck behind that gate. Like a magnet or something. Or keeps us stuck to this planet like a magnet where they hijack the grid. And now it's getting ready to be Easter, and now we're massacring a bunch of fish. Jesus is all about the fish. So you better kill that fish and eat it, so you be a faithful servant. And you better go to church and take, I don't know what it's called again, that bread and blood, that bread and wine from everybody that drinks from the same cup with the same energy. Like all them people coming up, and the guy the night before just fought with his wife, was drunk as can be. Wife sad, and they touched the glass, or someone, jacking off, or another person so pure. All these people touching this glass. Everyone touching this glass. Their energy's touching the glass. Oh, thank you, Father. Oh, thank you, Father. Oh, thank you, Father. And now every single person just touched that glass. And 9 times out of 10, if you're going to a church that's Catholic, the person was drunk the night before. And how many times have you done stuff drunk that you wish you would have never done, that you think is a sin? And now you're going to church and say, oh, well, that doesn't mean shit because I'm here taking, I want to say communion, but I don't think it's communion. Whatever it is, let me know in the comments. But I'm here taking this offering from this Jesus character, so I'm good. So nothing needs to come about it. And you're giving that energy to the grid. Because remember, you're hooked onto the grid because you're an animal that was original being here. You're an original. You're an OG, motherfucker. And your family members that came in and seated on the planet, they're OGs. And now you got their blood. That's why you can kind of understand my videos some. That's why you might watch some of my videos. That's why you might be like, damn, where's all my family at? So if so-and-so birthed me in, where is the rest of my family at? Can I see them in my energy field? There was another word. Can I see them in my energy field? Can I see my soul family? Is this girl my soul family? I kind of like her videos. She kind of makes sense. I mean, they're like, you could feel energy when you watch my videos where I'm part of your soul family, where you just know. There's no denying it. Like, that bitch my real family. Now, that's what's going to be happening to some of us real soon. And that's another thing, but that's for another topic. I'm not going to go there because sometimes I gather off topics because, I like to teach and I like to learn. I do both. I like to drink of the cup. We're not thirsty down here. We're drinking all the knowledge we can get. I am quenching your thirst right now with knowledge. Right now, your thirst is getting quenched from me.
It might be confusing. It might not make sense. It might be like weird, like, hey, I just watched this bitch for 30 minutes. But it's worth every time because time is linear. Time don't mean a damn thing. And you don't celebrate birthdays because you don't age. How can we when we're animal and hybrid? You can only do that by giving your energy from away, by giving your power away, by not being connected to your energy grid. So now we're back to the massacre with fish. Now everybody that believes in this is gonna go and not eat meat and do something for 7 weeks. That's bullshit. And what number is on every slot machine in every casino? 7. Wraps around that number again. Just wraps around it again. And what's the meaning of Ash Wednesday or Lent? What's the meaning of Lent, the ash thing with the cross on the forehead?
According to El Paso Times, many worshippers will receive the marking of the cross in ash on their foreheads on Wednesday. This is meant to show that a person belongs to Jesus Christ and represents a person's grief and mourning for their sins, the same sins that Christians believe Jesus Christ gave his life for when he died on the cross.
Why would you mourn your sins? Every fucking sin that I have done in the 10 Commandments, I'm glad. It was the best thing I ever did. I learned what to do and what not to do. And Jesus' followers, it sounds like it almost sounds like, share, and subscribe. With whoever's don't like, share, and subscribe my shit. Just learn. You don't have to like, share, and subscribe shit. I don't want you to. I don't want any followers. I just want people to learn and love because I love you. You don't have to follow me to love. You don't have to follow me to do that. I don't want any followers. I'll just ride this motherfucker out solo because I know people love me. So these people done that. Now everybody's following Jesus around because they feel guilty for committing a sin. Babies, I'm glad you sinned. Did you learn something? How many of you that's watched this video say that are glad they sinned? I know a bunch of girls I went to prison with that are so glad they did what they did because right now their lives are so different. One of them is a counselor. I had a high profile drug and alcohol counselor place. One of them is a light worker that makes videos, that helps people, that heals people. Another one basically almost owns her own salon. That's just 3 I know. There's a whole bunch of more that really got it going on. So I bet you're glad you sinned. You learned what to do and what not to do. So I just wanted to let you guys kind of understand I want to talk to you about this whole ash thing. And I still haven't figured out what it's called when you drink blood and eat the bread. I still don't know what that's called, and it's pissing me off. What's it called when you eat the bread and drink the blood at a Catholic church?
According to Wikipedia, today, the Eucharist is the name still used by Eastern Orthodox, Oriental Orthodox, Catholics, Anglicans, Presbyterians.
That's it, the
Eucharist.
Eucharist.
Other Protestant denominations rarely use this term, preferring communion, the Lord's Supper, remembrance, or the breaking of bread.
I knew it wasn't the communion or Lord's Supper. It's the Eucharist. The Eucharist. Yeah, you guys call it communion. I guess I was right. But I was thinking of that. That's what I was thinking of. And the breaking of the bread. But okay, I did 40 minutes of fucking church is not real. Oh my god, dude. That you're faking the track and fucking stopping your energy flow. Conjunction junction, what's your function? Energy flow, baby. You're stopping it when you fucking get ash on you. You don't want that, baby. Look, no matter what, man, whether you believe me or not, it's not real. It's not real, and it's so sad. And so many people. Gosh, so many people. It's like football and the frog. If you know, you know. Let me get them gloves. Get them gloves. Get them gloves, OJ. Get them gloves. Namaste.